Speaker Focus, Monday, Zoom call, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Monday, we go hard on the Speaker Focus platform to ensure that we have great content that we're disseminating to all of our coaching students on our platform, and that we are giving the information and telling it to you like it always is. Giving it to you straight, no chaser. We will be giving you the facts and talking about another powerful subject today. Today's topic is success habits of a highly paid speaker. Now, this is something that is really near and dear to my heart. I'm going to reveal some pain in this Q&A call. I'm going to talk about, obviously, some of my experiences, seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you want to scale your business up, I'm going to talk about the habits that's necessary for you to finish your work and also scale up your revenue as well. Because this thing called professional speaking that I adore and love so much, and this thing that has kept me up nights when I didn't understand marketing on a higher level, it is difficult, but it's not impossible. Let me say that again. It's difficult, but not impossible. So if you're going to put yourself in a premium position to succeed in the business of professional speaking, then you've got to be willing to take care of the details. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about the details of what it's going to take to create success habits. What am I talking about, ladies and gentlemen, for the people sitting in the cheap seats to act like they can't hear me? I'm talking about you replacing old behaviors with new behaviors. Let me say that again. In order to create success habits of a highly successful speaker, you need to take your old behaviors, throw them out, usher in the new behaviors, and start replacing them with the old behaviors. So what this simply means is this: you're going to have to make some hard-line business decisions about what you're doing and how you are doing it. If we break the business down into segments, which is what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to keep this real simple like I always do. Some of this is going to hurt, as the truth often does when we are in a position where we're feeling very uncomfortable. I got inspired at the top of the call because one of my favorite coaching students, Fonda Thompson, she just sent me some emails back. And we all, this is including myself, we all are busy. We all have things that are mounting up every single day. And we find it difficult to be consistent, especially if you're working a 9-to-5 job. But I always get inspiration from any source that I can. And Fonda is a great example of not only being a powerful female executive running a nonprofit, she also is a prime example of what happens sometimes when we veer off the course, and then she just came back with a vengeance because people get busy. And this is pre-COVID. A lot of people they're very busy in their working careers. They have a lot going on, including myself. I mean, Austin keeps a to-do list longer than 4 football fields in front of me every single time, but you don't hear me complaining, do you? So I'm right there with you. And I understand, but at the same time, me understanding, like I have a talk with myself sometimes. And I'm like, okay, what is it really going to take to move the needle to get those things on the to-do list accomplished? And before I throw darts and spears at you, or before I criticize you, and before I even try to condemn you or burn you at the stake, which is not my goal and intent here, I'm your fearless leader that has to deal with obstacles just like you. I am telling you that it's going to do 2 things. What we saw in the marketplace was that there was not a product like this in the marketplace that existed. So we had to create it. Now, here's what I mean. The coaching industry is notorious for giving you a lot of what, but not a lot of how. So that mindset being said, typically when you're in a coaching program, and I've been through tons of them before, I've been through some really great ones that definitely changed my mindset, helped me become a better entrepreneur, helped me become a better speaker, a lot of seminars, personal seminars that I took helped me become a better man, helped me become a better person. But I'm talking about the coaching industry. A lot of times they're going to say, hey, go back out there, be great, perform, do it at a high level. But then they just kind of leave you hanging out there with no roadmap, no blueprint, and no support. So here's where speaker focus is different. So while many of you, KTR, you come at us real hard sometimes. Yeah, I understand all of that. I get all of that. I know exactly who I am, and I know what I am, and I know what I'm not. I am going to keep giving you the blazing, unadulterated truth, whether or not you want to hear it or not. You hired us and you came on our platform so you could understand the steps. Now that means there's no cutting corners and there's no skipping any steps. This is not one of those other coaching programs that's not going to hold you accountable. When you send us a message through the school platform, that's a private coaching group specifically for our platform. So you're going to get your homework assignments checked. I'm going to tell you if your signature programs are horrible, if they suck, if they're bad, and then I'm going to come right back behind it and give you some strategies that's going to help you improve it. But I'm not going to do the work for you. You have to do the work yourself, which, getting to my point in this speaker focused live Q&A call tonight on Zoom, is we're talking about success habits of a highly paid speaker. Now that means that some of you are going to be at the bottom of the hill, which I know that feels uncomfortable, but it's all going to be worth it at the end. So let me take it in stages. And the first thing you want to write down in your notes is the word discipline. Now, discipline means that you're going to be regimented. You're going to be very focused. You're going to stick to a schedule. You're going to sit there and marry the resources, or I should say partner the resources with the particular thing on your to-do list. Let me say this. Here are the resources. Resources are very powerful. If you have an existing thing on your to-do list, which your average person can accomplish 7 to 10 things on average every single day, unless you are a peak performer, you're a top 5 to 10%er, then you can accomplish more. Great for you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the average person can accomplish 7 to 10 things throughout the body of one workday. So I suggest you pick the 7 to 10 things on your speaker focused to-do list, and you start putting effort into it every single day. That requires discipline. Discipline means that you're consistent. Every day you are waking up every day and you are doing something positive with your time to move the meter with your speaker goals. Let me say this for all of you who are not really hearing me right now, because you have been distracted because of COVID. And now all of a sudden you think that you have extra time because COVID is happening and you're home, and now all the kids are driving you crazy in the house, and people are in the house that's really not supposed to be in the house. You're supposed to be at work. Everybody's discombobulated. Well, let me share this with you. This COVID stuff has been going on long enough where you should be in another groove. Now, the groove that some of you are in is letting distractions break up your routine, and you are not being disciplined. I know what it feels like. I have to go through the same exact thing myself. See, there's a part of all of our careers. There's the cushy part of this job being a speaker. It's the part where I get to put on the logo polo shirt when the cameras get turned on, and I get a chance to do my hair, and I shave, and I'm looking very fresh. That's the performance piece that personally I love, right? Austin, he doesn't give a damn about this piece because he loves to sit behind a computer. That's the part I hate. Okay, now for me, that's the part that takes discipline. For the part that I do, for Austin, that's the part to take some discipline with him. In other words, we're all trying to do something to start to feel comfortable about the things that we really don't love to do. I'm telling you, in this speaking game, you've got to deal with those levels of uncomfortability. And you've got to be willing to do something that you've never been willing to do right now. And that's just sticking to a to-do list. I always say input equals output. Whatever you put into the speaking game is what you're going to get out of it. Now, that sounds real easy. But remember, the cushy part What everybody loves to do is the performance piece. See, most speakers, they want to run out and score a touchdown without having the football in their hands. Everybody wants to do the performance piece. Oh, let me just get on stage to speak. Well, guess what? I know for a fact that the conference coordinator doesn't want to hear your raggedy ass broke down signature program if it's not organized. Again, stop thinking like you. Think like the target buyer. So first thing you need to do is let's go over it. Just in case you forget, I want to paint a picture for you. When you're on the Speaker Focus platform, we're going to give you nonstop support over every module. Now, some of you are ready to go to market. So I'm not talking to you right now. I'm not talking to you who have finished everything you're supposed to do. You finished with sales cycle training. You have chosen a marketing vehicle and you actually have a marketing strategy and you're on the phones, you're emailing, your LinkedIn organic outreach strategy. You're doing something every single day. See, I want you to understand something, especially for those of you who still work 9 to 5 and you have not yet transitioned to full-time speaking. It's not how much time you have. It's what you do with the time you have. I got some of my coaching students that still work 9 to 5. They put 1 hour a day into marketing for their speaker business. Now you ask yourself, oh, that doesn't sound like a lot. Okay, how much are you putting in? Are you putting in 0 minutes, 0 seconds equals 0 hours? So guess what you're going to get? Your input is going to be nothing on the other side. Now, the reason why a lot of you were hesitant, I love this part. I love when I tell the truth because I got to talk to myself like this with that to-do list that Austin has for me as well. Who knows how to lay it down like this? Not only provide the soft skills, but the technical skills as well. Now, there's going to be other imitators that's going to try to come along, but very simply put, if you don't wear a Speaker Focus shirt, you're not going to be able to do it like this. Get used to it, learn to love it. We're number one, and that's just the way it's going to be. Now, I'd like to help you get to number one in your niche, but if you don't have the discipline, guess what? It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Now you, all of you know me, and I am not a pessimist. I am without a doubt an optimist. But here's the deal. Some of you are way too comfortable. Listen, this pandemic has made some of you soft. Okay? You're not exercising. You're cushy around the middle. You need to start getting active. And you need to start getting active with your speaker goals. So discipline is the first thing. Now, let me just give you a cursory glance, and I'm going to walk you step by step through every module of what you're supposed to be doing. See, this is what you got coming to you. The speaker game is going to reward you. See, the performance piece for me, when I get a chance to put on my Speaker Focus shirt, and I just got a brand new collection. So you will be seeing, I'm talking every color imaginable of the Speaker Focus shirts. And I love the performance piece. I love the dress up part. I love it when it's showtime. The lights are on. I'm in my studio right now. I love this part. Obviously, because I get a chance to connect with our audience and I love to talk. I'm in this just the same reason you are, because I love to talk. Now, I'm telling you that it takes discipline in order to get to where it is you want to be in the speaking game. If you want to advance, let me give you a cursory glance at what it is that you got coming to you and what the discipline is going to take to advance. This is like a playoff series, ladies and gentlemen. And here's what happens in the speaking game. Only the best teams advance to the playoffs. First of all, if your season was horrible, if you had a losing record, you don't get rewarded an advancement to go to the first round of the playoffs. And then, so what happens is you have the 1 seed playing the 8 seed. Typically what happens to the 8 seed, they get crushed because the 1 seed has superior talent. That's Speaker Focus. superior customer service, superior knowledge, over 34 years worth of experience, along with Austin's 12 years worth of experience. And you're looking at the most powerful marketing machine ever created in the history of business. Need I mind you? I don't think I need to, because the work speaks for itself. Now, we're the 1 seed. Now, the eighth seed comes in to make it into the playoff game, and the 8th seed lacks discipline. They lack organization. They're not all in synchronicity as they're moving the ball around the court or the field or what have you. They're just not running at a really top level because they're an 8 seed. It's a reason why they're the 8 seed. Now, you don't have to talk to me. Many of you, when Austin starts talking to you about metrics and data and looking at the numbers and analyzing KPIs, key performance indicators, and all these other things that he has going on in a little technical office like the Wizard of Oz, and you start seeing that your numbers are slipping, some of you are performing like an 8 seed. You don't have any discipline, no activity, no ball movement, no nothing. So that's the reason why against superior talent if you're not prepared. You lack the skill. Some of you don't lack the talent, but you lack the skill, you lack the knowledge, you lack the database of new information because you refuse to educate yourself on a higher level every single day. You know why? Because you want to Netflix and chill. You want to not practice social distancing, whatever it is you're doing. You're cooking out, you're doing everything else but putting some effort into your speaker business. So as I'm talking to students on our coaching platform, and they're getting great results every single day. I'm in it with one of my coaching students all the way. One of my coaching students, I'm not going to mention her name. She just got out of surgery, and she's not going to be able to eat any solid foods for the next 30 days. I am drinking these sugar juices in support of her. It's only 10 calories, and I am juicing for the next 30 days. What does it take to do that? Discipline. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it because I'm in it with her and we're all in it together. Now, for those that aren't listening to what I'm saying and you don't want to develop any discipline, you're going to be out in the first round of the playoffs like the 8th seed. If you hear what I'm saying to you right now, perhaps you're going to get a little bit more serious, right? And now the number 1 seed typically goes all the way and win the championship. That's the New England Patriots and Tom Brady, even though I don't like them because they're major cheaters with Deflategate and some other stuff that's going on, just my opinion. But they're winners. It's an organizational infrastructure business mindset that anybody in business that's performing at the number 1 seed level that they have. See, you people don't seem to understand what it takes to be number 1. It takes, I'm talking extreme levels of discipline. I look at myself sometimes. Yeah, I got a lot of discipline. But Austin operates at a Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. When it comes to infrastructure and technology and any other tech company out there that does it at a very, very high level, you can best believe Austin Troyer is picking and probing and looking for the best platform for us to be on. I mean, Austin will switch gears on you in a minute. If he thinks the software is going to make us more money and make us more productive and benefit our students, oh, he'll pull us off there quick and pull a change up. I'm constantly uncomfortable all the time. It takes discipline to learn new technology, but it's not like you're not on a platform where you're not going to get support and help. So remember, if you want to get to the number 1 seed, you're not going to get there without hard work, effort, organization, determination, discipline, and many other things that you need in order for the team to perform at a high level. I'm not doing this all by myself. We have a team of people. We have built a well-oiled machine. Now, if you're not disciplined, you're not going to be able to get to the next level and advance in the playoffs. round after round after round. When they say the strongest survive, it's true. Now, just because I'm not talking about physical strength, well, sometimes the team just overpowers the other team, but sometimes what about smarts? What about business IQ? What about intelligence? What about using your brain? What about educating yourself every single day? And that's all you should be doing when it comes to professional speaking. Hey, listen, I just want you to draw a line on a piece of paper. Draw a line in the middle of a paper. I want you to put down your speaker goals, and then I want you to put down how many resources do you have to accomplish your speaker goals? How many hours are you committing to your speaker goals? How many distractions just blocking you from your speaker goals? How many jackwagons are you letting into your life? Some of you need to put the stop, pause button and stop, drop, and roll and get out of these relationships that you're in with these fraudulent ghosts that claim that they support you. You've got to develop some better discipline. So let me go through each module and paint a picture for you about what you're supposed to be doing in order to create some success habits. And if you find yourself not doing any of this, perhaps after this video, you should go and reevaluate what you were doing with your speaker goals, because sometimes you don't have any activity at all. And I don't know how you're supposed to feel good about yourself if you don't have any action. Oh, I'm hard on myself as well. I'm looking at my to-do list, and of course, you can only fit a certain amount of goals into a certain amount of time frame. Remember, your average person can accomplish 7 to 10 things throughout the body of one workday, 7 to 10. So I suggest you pick the 7 to 10 things you're going to do. And I hope that some of them have to include your goals for speaker focus, because if they don't, you're going to be in trouble. All right. Now, I can engage you every Monday on the group call. You can send us as many for you. But I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear excuses about what you have going on. And let's stop talking about what you can't do. C-A-N-T, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear C-A-N. Let's talk about what you can do. So let me go into it. What does it take discipline to do? Module number 1, you're going to sit there and organize your messaging. I know what all of you are thinking right now. Module number 1 is without a doubt the hardest module. To organize your signature programs, some of my one-on-one students are on here right now. I want you to put something in the chat box right now for all of the one-on-one students in the old program. And I want you to tell them how difficult it was for you in the very first session. Remember when you could get KTR on the phone for an hour? Good luck with that now. Remember when you could get KTR on the phone for an hour? And we went over your signature programs, and I would ask you the questions. What's your methodology? What's your ideology? What's your approach? What is it that you want to speak about? And for many of you, it was real hard to, we got an array of many things. Oh, Chris said it was a piece of cake for the signature programs. Yeah, Chris, yeah, right. Even though he's a great writer, so it's always easier for authors and writers to create the signature programs. They followed the formula to the letter. So everyone in module number 1 right now, there's a lot of you in module 1. I want you to stay encouraged and keep your head up. I know it's difficult, but if you really want to get some help, this is what I'm here for. Submit your signature programs through school, upload the documents right there in school, put a post in school in our private coaching group, and let me check your homework. I will tell you if your signature programs are horrible and they suck and they're not going to attract any money. I will let you know that right up front. This is why you have me here. Submit your signature programs. Okay, now I'm getting some feedback now. Okay, about the signature programs. Thank you, Tina Marie. Okay, Tina Marie's on taking notes. Tina Marie said it was grueling, but had a lot of growth. Very painful. That's right. It is, because some of you have to go dig in there and drum up some memories from your past life experiences to create your signature programs. I'm trying to tell you, the more horrific that you've been through, the more BS that you've been through in your life, the more tragedies, the more setbacks, the more deficiencies, the more limitations, the more outrageousness that has happened to you in your life, the more time you think you lost, the stepping stones, the life lessons, every time you got kicked in the ass, every time it felt uncomfortable and you didn't like it, you need to integrate every single bit of that in your signature programs. You got to let yourself go. If you truly want to live free in this industry, like Kevin T. Robertson, you got to let it go. You got to let it all out. You got to stop thinking what other people are going to be thinking about you and just tell your story. Damn it, it's in there. It's yours. Own it. You lived it. You went through all of that stuff. It's you want to get paid for that now? This is what we're here to teach you how to do. But there's not going to be any shing. It's not going to be any breaking bread, getting some euros, some dineros, some dinas, some wetbacks, some green stamps. It's not going to be any of that. No cheddar, no Luciano, no nothing, unless you get these signature programs together. Understand me and hear me clear. If you don't have a message to sell, you cannot go to the market Remember, business modes of communication should be articulated with clarity and conciseness. Miss Tina Marie from Miss Tina Marie Speaks LLC says, don't give up. That's absolutely right. I mean, that's real simple, but let me tell you something. Tina's one of the realest coaching students that we have. And she struggled with her signature programs. I was right there with her every step of the way, but she buckled down and she got some discipline and she focused and she dealt with her own shit. She sat in it and she said, okay, KTR, Tina's one of the few people to call me Kevin. I apologize. She said, Kevin, I'm dealing with it. And okay, Tina, well, send me your homework. Sent me the homework and we moved on. And she has some great signature programs now to go with a very, very powerful brand. She's launching in the near future. Miss Tina Marie Speaks is going to take over the world. Because she works with Austin Troyer and Kevin T. Robertson. Okay. Chris Brass said, no, seriously, it takes determination and putting in the work. You have to be committed to your journey. Vulnerability is gold. I don't feel like being vulnerable is what some of you are thinking to yourself right now. No, I don't want to share. No, I don't want to share about all that stuff that was bad. I don't want to let them know I had my ass dangling and twisting in the wind. I don't want to let them know I had my ass out in the cold with icicles hanging off of it and I was freezing. No, you don't want people to know that, do you? Listen, I don't care about what happened in the past. It's all about where you're going. Now, Chris said, because guess what? Others are going through something as well. Everybody's going through something, just like everybody has a story. I don't care about all of the foreclosures and the repos and the water, gas, electric, utilities cut off, the eviction notices. I can read them verbatim. All the times I got sued and this and that because I didn't have the money. All of these things, these life experiences, they all helped me to be the man that I am today. And I would not be number one in my space if I couldn't endure everything. See, I was built for this. And a lot of you got the hard hat on and the full metal jacket. You're built for it too. So I want you to just go through the process. It takes discipline. Success habit number one as a professional speaker is discipline. To sit down there and take a pen out and follow that formula and create those signature programs. And for those of you who are trying to reinvent the wheel, you might as well quit right now. I did not spend hours busting my ass putting together this curriculum for you to go out and create, come out and reinvent the wheel. These are proven formulas that work, that connect with the target buyer, mind you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. I just didn't make this stuff up. This is languaging. These are all formulas that connect with the target buyer, the key decision makers that book speakers. Now, if you're not interested in connecting with the target buyers, conference coordinators, meeting event planners, key committee members who are directly responsible for purchasing professional speaking services, perhaps you need to sit right where you are, wallowing in inactivity. So I don't want to hear. I already know what's going on out there. You're sitting on the couch. Everybody's looking forward to that time. Ooh, this is me time. I get a chance to watch TV. Okay, I don't know. How many hours are you dedicating to watching TV? Is there anybody out there that can speak freely about how much TV is blocking you from putting hours into your coaching? And don't tell me you don't know what to do, because we got a whole curriculum laid out for you. And don't tell me, okay, I don't have enough time. No, you're not creating enough time. Is there anybody on the call tonight who'd be willing to be honest with me and tell me that you've fallen off, or you're watching TV, or you're talking on the phone too much, or you're doing something other than focusing on your speaker goals? And if you have something going on, we all get distracted sometimes. But can you just be honest with me and tell me, oh, look, I'm not doing it just because I didn't want to do it. Nothing wrong with that. I got a list right now. Austin is on my ass to complete. Anybody want to share with me? How many hours are you dedicating to the bullshit? Okay? Because that's what I'm talking about right there. And that is going to keep you from the stage. It's going to keep you from, if you don't deal with your own stuff, it's going to keep you from finishing the signature programs. Now, some of you are thinking, oh, this is hard. Damn right it's hard. It was hard for me too, until I figured out the formula, and then it gets easier. But watch this. You have support, and I didn't. I had to figure it out all by myself. So what I'm telling you is it takes discipline to sit there. Okay, Dr. Glenn, have to be organic and authentic. That's right. The risk you are afraid to take may be the steps you need to take into your next chapter. Module 1 is the foundation. Exactly, Dr. Glenn. I appreciate it. Dr. Antoinette Glenn. This is what happens. We have some powerful educators on our platform. Miss Tina Marie, hey, we all slack off at times for a multitude of reasons. Have to let go of the fear. You're right. That's another thing that blocks people from maintaining the discipline to move forward and advance their goals. It happens to all of us. I'm telling you that you got to get your signature programs tight in Module 1. And if you have not submitted them to me and let me see them before you go to market, I don't know what you're thinking about. What, you think you got the skill to put it all together yourself and say, oh, this is going to work. I know it's going. No. You got to get past me. I'm the one who works for you, who wants to work for you. I want to help you. I am here to ensure that your signature programs are as strong as possible. Not only create some market differentiation, because every single one of my coaching students on our platform have a different title to their signature programs. They have different things that they speak about, because everybody got a different message inside. My job with the formula is to bring out the messaging. But you have got to put forth the, I'm talking to your ass. You got to put the work in. Okay. Hey, that's what we're all here to do. We are all here to help each other. So remember, if anybody has a question whatsoever, I want you to use the raise hand feature. I want you to use the raise hand feature. If you have a question, by all means, please do so, and we will address it. Now, remember, discipline it takes in module number 1. You will not have to work this hard in the other modules. Okay, I love it. Fonda, I see the authenticity is coming out. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing, because everybody else on the platform needs to be able to hear this. Fonda saying, I got distracted with traveling for work and completely stopped. Fonda just goes, skirt. Fonda is one of our top coaching students. She just sent me a massive amount of emails so I could check her homework. Now, again, she's from the old one-on-one coaching program, but the bottom line is, yeah, she's admitting that she stopped because work got in the way. A lot of stuff got in the way. She's a top executive for a nonprofit. This woman has a large level of responsibility, but she still paid her money. She invested in herself. And we are there to oversee every single step to make sure that she builds the marketing machine the right way. And we're almost there. She just graduated sales cycle training. She's like many others, when they first go through sales cycle training, they're a little bit nervous, especially when you got to role play with me when I'm the conference coordinator. They get nervous. They're a little, it's rough. It's rough. But this is why you get the practice repetitions in. Don't sit there and tell me that you can't do it. How much discipline does it take to cut some time out to care about your dream? Some of you just aren't putting enough hours in because you're doing too much other stuff. I don't want to hear it. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I already know. Input equals output, remember. You want to get disciplined? 30-day juice challenge. These things only have 10 calories. Yeah, some of them nasty, yes. But it takes discipline to be able to drink this shit. But I'm going to do it because I gave my word. Can't just be telling you stuff to do all the time. I got my own to-do list to do. Austin, I get that stuff over to you in the morning, bro. Now listen, module 1, I want you to remember this about this coaching platform, is that it's put together to take it in stages for a reason. So don't even think about getting the homework assignments done in module 2. Have you completed the homework assignments in module 1? Oh, and I know what some of you are trying to do as well. You think you're going to get that past me? Some of you are half-assing your homework assignments. You're turning it in, and you didn't follow the formula. I have to go back and say, look at it again. You know why? Because you're speedballing. You're rushing through. Okay, I'm telling you, take the time. Take the time to build your foundation the right way and develop the messaging so you actually have something to sell. Dr. Anthony Davis, another one of my favorite coaching students, just found out my sister has multiple myeloma. It has woke me up. Every day matters. We don't have it. We don't have it to waste. That's right. That's absolutely, man. Absolutely. I talked to 2 people today when I was doing sales calls. I talked to one lady that lost somebody in Arizona from COVID-19. I talked to another lady who was set. I'm going to put up a post that it's going to talk about what's more important to you, your dream or your job. I'm going to create a post about that this week because I'm telling you right now, I am very fortunate and blessed. I get on my knees every morning, thank the universe that I get a chance to do what I do. See, I've been through about 20 pandemics before. This shit ain't nothing new to me, okay? It's nothing but another excuse if that's what you want to, if that's how you want to look at it, okay? But it takes discipline. Now, it's going to take you to sit there and get down in that foxhole with your hat, with your metal hat on and your full metal jacket and sit down there and be prepared to fight. Are you willing to fight for it? Because I can guarantee you, as hard as you're working to achieve this wealth and this success, There is a whole line of things that some of you don't even have an idea what happens when you actually start getting some real money, and the amount of people that's trying to take it from you, the amount of people that's going to come out the woodwork. You're not even having to manage any of the stuff that you have to manage as a professional speaker right now, but I'm telling you, you've got to get yourself ready for it. And we are here to help you as you advance in your professional speaking career. We're here to help you. So module number 1 is get some discipline, please. Get some discipline and create your signature programs. And many of you out here, I could go down the line right now, but my job is not to call any of you out. But I don't see your signature programs. I haven't seen you uploaded your homework assignments to Slack. Okay, so maybe you've fallen off. It's okay. People come in and out. They touch base, they fall off, they come back. This is what happens. How bad do you want it? It's the consistency, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a damn if you put in 10 minutes a day. I'd rather you put the 10 minutes in, break your back, bust your ass, and get some movement than to get 0 things at all. And again, do not tell me you don't know what to do, because that is what the curriculum is there for. Step by step by step. It's like a dance move. I mean, listen, I'm old school, okay? When I dance, I'm doing a 2-step. This is all I need to do. I'm gonna keep it real simple. Every once in a while, if I want to get real nice with it, I'll move to the side. See, I'm still bouncing, right? That's all I do. I don't have to do flips and all that kind of stuff when I was in my early 20s. I'm keeping it real simple. Don't ever tell me on this platform that you don't have the answers, because it's right there in the curriculum. And if you don't see it in the curriculum for whatever reason, you can go through the school platform and submit your question or your homework assignments, and I will check it, and Austin will go in there and we will give you some feedback on it. I just sent everybody on the school platform the other day. I sent everybody a personal message, every last one of you. Yeah, some people haven't responded. Some of you are hiding because you haven't done your freaking homework assignments, but it's okay. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here forever. Fame. I'm going to live forever. That's right. Speaker Focus is going to be here forever. This is the reason why we put it together. Now, module number 2. The next success habit you're going to need in order to attract high-paid speaking engagements. Oh, by the way, success habit number 1 was discipline. But what does it take to write great copy? Copywriting skills. A lot of you really need to get better at writing copy. So that's why I gave you an example of my speaker info kit. Writing great copy we call it a lead magnet. Copy is a lead magnet. In other words, it draws the target buyer into your messaging. So you have to be very skilled at writing copy. And this is the reason why your signature programs are so important. Headlines, topics, titles, and descriptions. Again, your signature programs, it takes discipline and copywriting skills. Success habit number 1, headlines, topics, titles, and descriptions. If you need help with your signature programs, please, by all means, reach out. We are here for you every step of the way. There would never be a time on this platform where you're not going to be able to get the answers to your questions. Now, module 2 is how to build a bookable brand and marketing magic. For those of you who are in module 2, now you're starting to think about what niche you want to be in. Remember, I would respectfully request that you choose one niche. Pick one thing that you want to focus on and drill down and become a super expert in there. During COVID is the time to be working on your new skills. We're all going to get through this together. It's still toilet paper at the stores. It's still paper towel. It's still plenty to eat. The restaurants are making a killing right now because everybody's zoomed in and out. Where Austin lives, in Austin, Texas, hey, everything's open in Austin. It's a free-for-all in Austin, Texas. Everybody come to Austin. Let's party. They're poolside. Hey, no What does it take to have, again, it takes discipline to carry over now. Now it takes discipline in module 2 to create your sales tools. That means your website, speaker info kit, and your speaker video demo. I want to make sure that all of you understand that when you get to module 2, you are choosing a niche. And then you are taking your niche into one of the 6 target markets. The youth market, speaking to kids, faith-based market, speaking to churches, government contracting market, the college market, corporate market, or the association market. So that means you have got to create the sales tools and social proof in your marketing materials. We give you a template for the website. We give you a template for the speaker info kit. And we all exist. That means you're going to manipulate, excuse me, direct mail, email marketing, digital marketing, cold calling, referral marketing, block bookings, and live performances. We break down the pros and the cons in module number 2, so you can fully understand the areas in the markets where they're going to jerk you around, and all of the markets play games. So you've got to have your sales tools trumped up tight and show the social proof. Remember, the target buyer does not want to talk to you first. They get 20 motivational speakers every day, literally begging for speaking engagements in broke and desperation mode. You don't want to be one of them. So you're going to present yourself as a professional speaker, specialist, subject matter expert, leading authority, and trusted advisor. That being said, you are now going to get those sales tools in front of the face of a target buyer in your market, in your niche, who wants to pay you to speak. In order to do that, it's going to take the discipline to build a marketing machine. I know some of you aren't there. This concept seems very difficult, but this is not a promise. This is a guarantee. When you build the marketing machine the right way, and you put together a sales funnel, a marketing pipeline full of hot leads and target prospects. Yes, I'm talking about AKA target buyer, conference coordinator, meeting and event planner, key decision maker, committee member who is directly responsible for purchasing professional speaking services. It's not a promise. It's a guarantee that you will be booked for speaking engagements. Until you book the marketing, until you build the marketing machine, you're not going to get any bookings. Let me say that again. For all these jackwagons out here, and this is why your calls are getting canceled. This is why nobody wants to return your call. This is why when you get on the phone with me and I slap you in the face with the truth about the speaker business, you get your little feelings hurt because you're too busy trying to chase dreams of being a YouTube celebrity and be a motivational jackwagon instead of trying to be a professional speaker. I don't promise it to you. I guarantee you that if you don't take the time to build a marketing machine, you aren't booking anything. Watch this, everybody. The number one question I get every day when I'm doing brand new calls, brand new sales calls for people that want to inquire about our services, I get on the phone with them, and at least 75% of them ask me this question at some point throughout the call. And this is exactly what it sounds like. This is a defeatist attitude. This is an attitude that let me know you don't know nothing about this business and you're cutting corners. Here's what they asked me. KTR, what's the fastest way to start booking speaking engagements? That is the number one question I get from people that don't know anything about this business. What's the fastest way that I can start booking speaking engagements? The question should be, if you want to reverse engineer it, the question is, how much work am I going to have to do? How many steps, ladies and gentlemen, do I have to take to start building my brand? That's what you should be asking. I don't know. When's the last time you turned in a homework assignment? I don't know. Some of you, I still haven't seen your signature programs. You want to take your chances on your own? You think you know better than me? After 34 years, after dealing with thousands of conference coordinators, after getting the door slammed in my face plenty of times, after being discriminated against because of my skin color, one person told me I should cut my hair if I want to book high-paid speaking engagements. Maybe they don't know what they're talking about now because my keynote range is $50,000 for 1 hour. So I don't know what they were talking about. Yes, I had somebody tell me, cut my hair and they could start booking me speaking engagements. Bro, how about I don't need you to book me speaking engagements because I built a marketing machine and I was booking my own. Forget about your little Toastmasters Club meeting. Forget about your National Speakers Association national meeting where you're in a room full of other speakers. By the way, when I get in a room full of speakers, it sickens me to my stomach because everybody's trying to outtalk each other. I get in a room full of speakers, I just don't even say anything. I just say, look, boss, you got it. Just keep talking. I don't even care. That's why I try not to coagulate with a whole. You don't need any of these associations because what you're going to find out is that you're in a room full of people that don't know anything about marketing just like you. Now that means that I'm not condemning NSA or Toastmasters. I just did a great call with Toastmasters on a webinar yesterday to help them understand about marketing. But when you're in a room full of speakers and everybody is not understanding what they have to do to get locked in, to put together this marketing machine, these people are going to be in trouble. They're in for a rude awakening because all the conference coordinator cares about you doing is getting them the right sales tools so they can make a decision about your professional deliverables. Remember, 3 things you're supposed to do with the target buyer. 3 things. And they are not going to trust you to put you in front of their audience unless you help them achieve those 3 things. Now, those 3 things need to be proven through your social proof and your sales tools. Website with 1 call to action. Speaker video demo, 3 to 5 minutes of one of your signature programs. Or an overall, an overview of the collective of what you speak about. Number 3 is the speaker info kit. Has all the reasons to hire you, all your professional credentials listed in chronological order. Follow the blueprint. The fastest way to book speaking engagements is start doing the work. That's the fastest way to start booking speaking engagements is start doing the work. It's just that simple. Excuse me for a quick second. I had to add some ice to my water. Now, so when you take it in stages, then and only then are you going to start attracting these high-paid speaking engagements. So it took me years to be able to understand that. I did not understand for the first 7 years of my speaker career, being in the speaking industry, I did not understand marketing or branding at a high level. The reason why we put all of the tools in one central location is so that you would be in a position where you would know faster and better than I did. So the key is the consumption of information. I want everybody to jot this down. Consume more new information than you do old. Consume more new information than you do old. If you want to replace old behaviors with new behaviors, you got to be willing to consume new information. You want to stay excited? Just keep reading. Keep reading new information that's going to empower you to strategize and find the right way to do this business. Now, for those of you who have advanced to Module 3, if you're there yet, great. Okay, if you're not, no problem. But Module 3 just talks about how to build your speaker business. Oh, by the way, let me go back. Because if you're in Module 1 and 2, see, I put this together very strategically for a reason. Let me just go over this with you. See, if you're willing to break your back and do the hard work in module 1 and 2, module 1 is very extensive. It's hours upon hours, maybe 10, 12 hours, right, of just going through the information. I suggest you go back through it and read it again. Look at the video modules again. Module 2 is not as extensive. It's probably half of that. Module 3, it's not even a half an hour. Because in module 3, now you're going to build your speaker business. Remember that the conference coordinator, AKA target buyer, they don't want to do business with your social security number. They want to do business with your business. So we're going to simply show you how to download the SS4 form from the IRS website. You can do that in 10 minutes. And now you have your tax identification number. I'm talking about a legitimate business entity. Go to your local Secretary of State. There's a resource in there for every local Secretary of State all across the United States and Hawaii to register your business. Register your business so you're now in compliance and in good credit and debit cards. We use Stripe because it's the most secure one in the marketplace. They have chargeback insurance and things of that nature for fraud protection and all this kind of stuff. So once you do that, now your speaker business is set up and ready to go. Let me just do a recap. Get your message organized first in module number 1 or you aren't going anywhere. Period. I don't care how much you want to speedball. It doesn't work like that. Get your signature programs done first. If you have not finished the homework, I want you to go back in module 1, look at it again, download my speaker info kit, and go line by line by line, headlines, topics, titles, and descriptions. Stage number 2, module number 2, how to build a bookable brand and marketing magic. Now we're going to teach you how to take your niche, get it to the right target market, and then build a marketing machine that's automated. If you're not reaching out every single day and filling your marketing pipeline, your CRM, your customer relations management tool, yes, you are going to have to get a CRM. Where else do you think you're going to manage your leads? I'm going to create a video about that as well. And Austin's going to talk to you more about that in module number 5 for the brave that are getting ready to advance to that. Now, module 3 is setting up your speaker business. It doesn't even take that much time to do this stuff. But again, you need to keep a to-do list in front of you at all times. And every day you should be scratching stuff off your to-do list. If you're not, I don't know what the hell you are doing with your time. Some of you need to put some more pressure on yourself. Some of you, to be honest with you, you're still feeling way too comfortable. You like the way it feels in your lazy boy chair, when you're sitting on your couch or when you're laying in your bed. You love it. Oh, I'm not telling you not to get any rest. I'm getting more rest than I've ever got before in my life. Austin has our whole team on this whole new get more sleep category. Okay, all of that team no sleep, that shit is dead. That shit's over. Okay, I am getting some good sleep. I have never slept for 6 or 7 or 8 hours, but I'm telling you right now, he's telling me I get a chance to get some more sleep so I can become more productive. Okay, let me just lay out for this 8 hours and enjoy it. I'm taking some nice supplements. They got me feeling nice and less stressed, and I'm feeling nice and calm right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best time ever in the history of our world to be an entrepreneur, and it's all because of the internet. So remember, module 1, get a message that's organized. Module 2, build a marketing machine that is automated so you can predict the amount of speaking engagements you can book every month with consistency. Remember, that is not a promise, it's a guarantee. When it's set up the right way, you will be getting booked speaking engagements. I told you, it's plenty to go around for everybody. We do 5,200 plus meetings in our industry every single day. Zoom and Skype calls and go-to meetings and teleconferences and online summits and webinars have absolutely exploded the opportunities for speakers to speak even more. You see me, I have a PowerPoint slide up with one slide up today, and this is a Zoom call. I'm going to do a video in the future to teach you how to manage content on a Zoom call, how to go through your slides just like you're giving a presentation. See, to me, this is an audience. I mean, I act like I'm speaking in front of 10,000 because it doesn't matter to me if it's 10 people or 10,000 or 10 million. I'm still going to do my thing because I love to speak, just like you. If you love it the way I love it, maybe you're not all in it for the glory. Sometimes I'm in it for the glory because it feels good to get the accolades. And when you work hard, you want to be recognized by your peers. You want to be recognized as somebody that has some real talent. But guess what? You don't have to say anything. When you got some real skills, it's not going to go unnoticed but for so long. You want to be number one? Do the work. Excuse me. Now, module 4. Multimedia production and content management. We're talking about success habits of highly paid speakers. It takes discipline to create your messaging, headlines, topics, titles, and descriptions. It takes discipline to go into module 2 and build a marketing machine that's automated. Having a discipline to go. You can do everything online. You don't necessarily need to have your business go down to your local Secretary of State. You can do it all online. We have coaching students getting things done online all the time. Module 4 is multimedia production and content management. I'm going to say this to many of you, and I did a post about this, and I'm also probably going to do a Facebook Live on this real soon because I'm sick of seeing it. I had a guy on a sales call. I'm not knocking anybody who uses marijuana for medicinal purposes. It's not my thing, but if it's your thing, I'm not knocking you. Okay? If it brings you joy out of life, knock yourself out. I'm just saying that it's like these football players and these athletes. If you realize that marijuana is part of the rules, and I know I don't like rules myself, but if you realize that you're a professional athlete and they're paying you $15 million a year not to smoke marijuana, maybe it's a good idea to leave the weed alone until after you finish playing. So I had a call with one of our prospects who told me he was interested in being a leadership speaker. And he was interested in coming on board for our platform. He said he needed some more time to think about it. I said, great. So I see, and I go to his timeline because I check out everybody on their social media, and I see that he's driving down the boulevard. I mean, he's just chiefing. I mean, and I have no problem with any of that. But if I'm the target, me personally, I didn't have a problem with him smoking on his Facebook page live. But do you think if I'm a target buyer and I got a check in my hand for $5,000 and I want to hire you as a leadership speaker, and I don't know, maybe I'm going to put you in front of the awards banquet ceremony for some kids, and I'm trying to send a say no to message drug kind of message, you think that's going to hurt your chances of getting booked to speak? Or some other stuff I see with the way people manage their social media, and this is why we address it in module 4. Excuse me, because a lot of people have their social media set up like a dating site. And I want you to understand something. It takes discipline to do all of these things, to do something different from your friends. Now, if you want to keep a personal page, that's totally up to you. If you want to share stuff about your family and your private life, that's up to you. I've had 12 stalkers. Okay. So I choose not to share anything about my family. No, nothing. You don't get anything from my personal life at all, period. I'm going to show you the things that's going to help you grow in your speaker business. On my wall, because your social media is like premium real estate space. Location, 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 location. So see, you all got it messed up out here. They call it social media. Okay, fine. You call it whatever you want to call it. You know what I call it? I call it an opportunity for the target buyer to go and check out your social proof. So when they start doing some due diligence and some digging, and they're going to check you out, just like all of you check me out, and whatever you did to check me out before you start doing business with us, they're going to check your ass out too. Now, my thing is this, ask yourself the question, and I want you to ponder on this for a second. What am I going to see when I go to your social media? What am I going to see when I go to your social media? Do you have a red cup in your hand hanging out with your friends? I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of, and I'm not knocking you for drinking. Fine. You drink a glass of wine, de-stress. I don't care what you do. It doesn't, I'm not knocking you or judging you. I'm simply telling you. How's that going to look to the target buyer? Are you even thinking about that? See, if you're a leadership or an empowerment speaker, then damn it, if I'm a target buyer and I got a check in my hand, I got some money in my hand, I want to give you my money. But I'm not giving you a damn thing if I see you're mismanaging your social media. See, it's a trust factor. Isn't it comforting to all of you to know, damn, every Monday I know I can rely on KTR in Austin. I know I can rely on Speaker Focus to get some information and teach me this game and give me some insights. But damn if I don't see it happening every single day. We get leads every single hour, tons of leads every hour. LinkedIn leads, leads from Facebook, leads from Google AdWords, leads from Instagram. We get all these leads. Now, when I get on the phone with you, I'm going to check your ass out. What's the first place I go to? Everybody has, if we're running Facebook ads and you responded to our Facebook ad, chances are you probably got a Facebook page, right? So I go pull up your Facebook page. I don't even know what to say when I see some of this shit. You call yourself an empowerment or a leadership speaker, but when I go to your social media, it's not set up that way. This is what we're going to address. And I know what some of you are thinking, some of you old school people right now, I'm not really good at Facebook. I don't know how to manage it. Well, guess what? I bet you your target buyers know how to manage Facebook. I bet you all of them got a personal Facebook page. And you can bet everything you got in the bank. You can damn well better believe that their business has a Facebook page. Their conference has a Facebook page. Their youth organization, their church, the government has a Facebook page. Colleges have a Facebook page. All the corporations and associations have a Facebook page. Look, there we go. Fonda Thompson. I'm getting some executive leadership. Oh, Fonda says, I check out Facebook before I hire people. You can better believe it. That's exactly what I'm talking about, everyone. This is like doing a job interview. Every single conference coordinator, if you're booking 50 speaking engagements a year or 20 or 10, look at it like this. Every single time that you're booking a speaking engagement in today's era of technology, all they got to do is just go right here. All I got to do is go to Google right now. Watch this. All I got to do is go to Google, pull it up. I do VR for everything, voice recognition, by the way. I hit my microphone on my Google and I say, Kevin T. Robertson. Now, I'm the only Kevin T. Robertson on the internet. Now, if you spell my name wrong, if you spell Kevin Robinson, I remember a lady says, yeah, KTR, I pulled you up. Okay, you pulled me up. Well, let's talk. Yeah, well, the first thing I noticed that it was some kind of sex offender registry for Kevin Robinson. Whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, lady, put some respect on my entire name. I am not Kevin Robinson. It is not spelled like Jackie Robinson, the famous baseball player. Robinson. That is not my name. So first of all, you got the wrong person. You put some respect on my name and let's try another approach. Type in Kevin. Go do a Google search right now. Type in Kevin. It'll pull up the most famous Kevins in the world. Kevin Bacon, Kevin Hart, Kevin Durant, Kevin Spacey, all of these Kevins. It's going to pull them up. Google does over 63 billion searches every single day. This is called market differentiation. But Google says, okay, we got all these Kevins here. We need you to be a little bit more specific. We can't find the Kevin that you're talking about. Put that T in there and see what happens. And Google says, okay, now we're narrowing down the choices of the Kevin that you want. This is how strong the power of social media is. And when you type in that R, Google says, oh, we know exactly who you're looking for. You're looking for Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. And then boom, it gives you everything that pulls up for Kevin T. Robertson. Now, if you want to get $1 million worth of free game, because I didn't create this system, I learned from it. You're not going to never catch me on my social media talking about anything other than how to empower you as a professional speaker. And if you ever catch me talking about anything else, please reach out to me. Oh, KTR, you're slipping. No. Whatever your niche is, you're supposed to keep feeding the machine. Because this is the social proof that the target buyer. Sometimes I get tired of saying this shit. This is the social proof, ladies and gentlemen, about your brand. Do you care how they view your brand? Do you want it to look professional? Do you want it to look clean? Do you want them to go there to find content that equals value? This is the reason why they want to hire you. Some of you need to go back and delete some of this shit, okay? That's what I'm talking about. You're hurting your brand. Oh, you think they can't find you on your personal page? Okay, if it's public, they can find it. Social media with more discipline. I suggest you start managing your social media with more discipline. Excuse me, because when the conference coordinator goes to your social media and they start digging around, trying to find out about you, remember, I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on to module 5. All they're doing is looking for a reason not to hire you. But if you give them every reason to hire you, you're going to get the gig, or you're at least going to put your name in the hat and create leverage. And this is going right into module number 5. Module number 5 is my digital marketing guy. It's better than yours. And we got him on our platform. He's my business partner, my brother, Austin Troyer. I love him more than anybody ever in the history of existence. You know why? Because he taught me about technology. I had my fears about technology just like you. But he allowed me to come up. And this is what you do. My responsibility is to produce the content. His responsibility is to get the content out there to everybody else after I organize it. Now, the reason why we have a course in our platform, on our platform, I should say, in module 5, we talk about my digital marketing guy is better than yours. I created that title because it's the truth. We're in the top 3% of digital marketing agencies on planet Earth who even know what the hell they're doing. So we get a chance to benefit from Austin's experience of just managing millions and millions and millions of dollars of online sales funnels and marketing campaigns. And we are running the same operation for Speaker Focus right now. It's a conglomerate of collective information, and we're going to share with you about these strategies to systematize and automate your speaker business. If you read my post from this morning, I talked about automating and systematizing your entire speaker business and understanding digital marketing. Even if you're old school, I'm old school for life. I am old school for life. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage. You know, they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise, got no money to move out. I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far because the man with the torture repossessed my car. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how it keeps on going under. Okay, that's a pause. I'm old school. I have to do that sometimes just to entertain myself, to keep it fresh. All right? So all you old school people out there that remember Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, if you remember the 70s and the 80s, when you used to have a real big bush just like me, some of you are terrified of technology. Get your head out of your ass and come up to the new millennial of where we are right now. Because if not, you're going to be out of business like Sears, Toys R Us, and many other companies. You see these businesses closing down all the time. You think Amazon is not playing games. Jeff Bezos is savage. You wait until you put yourself in a position where your business isn't growing the way you want to, and you start to feel left behind. If any of you want to do yourself a favor, you need to pull up every year shareholders letters from Amazon.com. Austin had me read every last one of them. Why? Because look at the way Jeff Bezos is constantly customer centric. All he cares about is the experience. Learning. All you out there talking about, I don't understand these major social networking sites. I don't understand digital marketing. Well, this is what you got Austin Troyer for. Because Austin's going to take your ass to school like you've never seen in your life when you get the module 5. And he's going to break down a comprehensive overview about digital marketing. You're not in this by yourself. You're not. We're in it with you for the long haul. So when you get to module 5, Austin's going to teach you how to manipulate organic LinkedIn outreach strategy, email marketing. We're going to talk about these kind of things. We're going to talk about the power and absolute leverage and explosiveness that your brand can achieve to reach all 4 corners of the globe. We're talking about teaching you to buy undervalued attention. We spend a very little bit of money down here. Well, sometimes it's a lot of money, but it's a very little bit of money down here to get a massive amount of attention. And that's what it does when you run digital ads. It takes discipline on a whole nother level. Every level in every module takes a new level of discipline. I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get module 1 right, you will not be able to advance to module number 6. Now, let me go to module 6 right now, and then I'll open up the floor for Q&A. And tonight, hey, I tell you what, if I don't get a lot of questions in the first minute of me opening up the floor for Q&A, we're going to end the call. Because if you don't want to know, then you want to know, that's okay. But if you really want to know, this is what I'm here for, to answer the questions. Now, module 6. Remember, we've been talking about the entire time in this Zoom call for the last hour and 19 minutes. We've been talking about success habits of a highly paid speaker. Discipline it takes to organize your message in module 1. It takes discipline, ladies and gentlemen, to build a marketing machine that's automated. Follow the steps. Number 3, it takes discipline to set up your speaker business. Number 4, it takes discipline to manage the content, the contextual copy, the pictures, the video, the infographics, have all of it work in synchronicity to support a strong social media campaign that will support your speaker business. Module 5, my digital marketing guide is better than yours. It takes discipline to understand digital marketing on a whole nother level. If you want to take over your space, you better learn about digital marketing because it's here to stay. The internet's barely 30 years old. Facebook and Instagram and smartphones weren't even around 2007, ladies and gentlemen. We're still at the bottom of the S curve. We're still babies. This is the reason why we have a $1 billion brand, because there's nobody in our space who does it quite the way we do. And by the time they even remotely figure it out, we'll be 50 years ahead of everybody else. You want to be the same way in your space? Then learn how to run digital ads. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I'm not there right now. What kind of money is it going to take? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's slow down. Let's get module 1 right first. We'll be there for you when you get ready to get to module 5. And when you want to have a bigger budget, and some of you right now, I talk to people every single day that do not have the money to get into our coaching program. I talk to people every single day that do not have the money to start digital marketing. But when the months and the time goes by, situations change. And people start realizing, see, money is a mindset. It's the reason why they call it cash flow. Money operates at a higher vibrational frequency. People that's poor, they poor for a reason. People that's broke, or they have brokenness, it's a lot going on there. I used to be one of them. Inconsistencies of cash flow, all these kind of things is the way you think. You have to keep thinking on a higher level to attract more money. And then you're going to get the money to invest in your speaker career, and it's going to grow. It takes time. It takes stages. Please, before you get to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro and you plant the flag, you got to be able to take the first step. Now, module 6. Module 6 is a bonus module. Now, module 6 is not as easy as it sounds. That's where you have the speaker toolkit. Now, this is where I'm going to give you every single document you can imagine that I've used in my professional speaking career. Download all the documents, the master templates and all the swipe files, PowerPoint slides, Microsoft Word documents. Download the documents and edit. Take my information out, put yours in. Your entire speaker business is ready to go in the speaker toolkit. So what's in there? You're going to have to do some work, like the reasons to hire document, that language it needs to be changed. I would prefer that you do not use any of my branding information. Some of the language you can borrow, but not all of it. So you're going to have to recreate that language as it matches your brand. We're also going to give you the speaker engagement agreement. Now, that is a contract that my attorney for the past 32 years created. Ward White, lead counsel to Erykah Badu, Grammy award-winning artist and old school rap legend Biz Markie, as well as a host of other celebrities. And I'm his top speaker client because I'm the only one actually that he has in his roster that does what it is that I do. But that's another one of my brothers. See, I just don't have relationships. I got really strong relationships. When I start to get tight with you and I do business with you, I want to go the long haul. I want to be there for life. As long as you're loyal, like me and Austin are to each other, we treat each other like family. I mean, we don't waste time arguing. We spend time holding each other accountable. So you have a sound legal document created by Ward that you're going to have right there in your speaker toolkit. So you're not going to have to worry about your document being sound. I've used it for thousands of speaking engagements. We're also going to give you the pre-programmed questionnaire. That way you can do the research on the target buyer. It has the start date of the engagement. It has what you should wear. It has the ratio of male to females. It gives you every single thing that you need to know about the target buyer to get the insights to do research on them. What else we have? We also have the sales script templates to increase your closing ratio with the target buyer. Managing the sales cycle from contact to close is very important. What else do we have in there? Every kind of handout, workbook, worksheet for your hour keynote speeches, for your half-day programs, 2 to 4 hours, to your full-day programs, 4 to 8 hours. I'm going to give you all the workbooks. So when you need to design content, you're going to have all that right there because I already created the template for you. All you got to do is execute it and follow it to the letter. And I'm constantly adding new things to it all the time. If you're missing a document and you need it, I already have it. I can email it to you. I can add it to the platform, or we can create it for you. That's what the speaker toolkit is all about in module number 6. Now, what does that take? A whole lot of time. It takes time to edit these documents. Let's just be real. The key is, do you have the discipline to sit there and edit those documents? Oh, I get all kinds of stuff. Man, KTR is really hard. I'm not sure how to. Sit there and keep looking at it. When you're writing copy, you got to let the copy jump off the page and start speaking to you in a different way. You can't get frustrated. Sometimes you got to take a look at it. Sometimes you got to go get something to eat and come back. Sometimes you got to leave it alone and come back another day. But the ones that have the discipline to sit there and look at that copy and create over and over and over again and keep looking at it. Remember, you have to see it first and then say it, and then you can execute it. I'm going to open up the floor now to any questions that you may have. I'm only going to leave the floor open for a minute. If nobody jumps in, then I'm going to pull in Austin Troyer for some tech talk, and we're going to keep it moving. All right. So now, anybody that has a question, you are more than welcome to jump in, as you always are. Remember, read your screen and unmute. Use the raise hand feature if you have a question. Troy, can you jump in here with me? While we're waiting, I'm gonna leave it a minute.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Okay, what's up, boss? So listen.
Oh, looks like Dr. Glenn has a question.
Okay, there we go. Questions are coming in now. Okay, Dr. Glenn.
Yes, my question to you, because on my social media pages, I often post my workouts and inspirational things to motivate people. So would you suggest that I recreate a different social media?
No, Antoinette. Antoinette, you know I've been liking a lot of your posts lately. I don't know if you noticed.
I see you up there. I said he's not stalking because he's saying he like it. You know how you have those people that stalk you and
no
don't
doubt.
say anything.
No doubt. Exactly. Now, I love all of your posts. You know why? Because what you're doing is you're documenting your weight loss journey, and then you're attaching your ideology and your approach to leadership, and you're just putting see, we call that short form copy. You're taking a post, one of your pictures, but what you're doing is you're executing content. See, a lot of people don't understand. You got the most powerful television and radio station in the world right here in your smartphone device. So Antoinette, you do a great job at documenting, and see, that's just part of it. I'm not telling you that part right there is something if the target buyer goes there and see you working out, no, you're practicing what you're preaching. So that's great. That's content. Just keep taking pictures, and then this is what I want you to start doing. I want you to start taking your signature programs and incorporating some of those. Antoinette, let's say you finish working out, right? And you're not all musty and stuff. So you can perhaps, when you get yourself all dolled up, or you just kind of chilling in the house and you've cooled down, maybe you can take a selfie. Or if you're out somewhere, you're taking a walk or something, you can take a selfie. Or when the malls and stuff start opening back up, I don't care where you are, you can use anything for content. But just attach one of your ideologies or your approaches, one of your leadership strategies from your signature programs. You being an educator, Antoinette, you having the distinction of being a doctor. I want you to take anything from your life and utilize it as content. Do you understand?
Yes. I do.
None of that's hurting you. That's part of your brand. If it's part of your brand, I want you to use it. I just don't like it when people do stupid stuff on their social media. That's all I'm saying. What you do with your workout videos, I'm inspired. I was like, oh,
I can't hear you. Are you there?
Doing what you're doing.
Okay.
That's why we're here. You got any other questions?
Hey, Kev, could you say that again? I think you cut out for a bit.
You did.
Okay, I apologize. No, I was saying that I love what you're posting, and I would just say keep doing what you're doing because you're documenting your success. You're documenting your weight loss. You're being vulnerable. You're promoting getting in great shape. I remember one of your posts was like you were just telling people, hey, you know, get out and be active throughout COVID. And I want you to just take some strategies from your signature programs. You know, you're a doctor and you're an educator and you have a wealth of knowledge. I want you to utilize your social media as social proof to the target buyer that when they look at you, they can clearly understand the topics that you offer. I want you to highlight and showcase your expertise in everything that you do. But I do not want you to stop posting pictures of you working out because that is working. You are documenting your success and that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
And you're taking people through the struggle with you. You understand?
Yeah. Everybody should have a doctorate by now on my social media because they went through everything as far as me getting rejected from different chapters, having doing 3 times. And oh my gosh, yes.
That's what you want, Antoinette. And remember, the vulnerability equals profitability. Remember that. Right. Passion equals profits. Don't ever be afraid to share your journey and your experience. That's what we're there for.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, listen, what module are you in right now in the online program? I know you were trying to get back on track. Talk to me about that.
I'm in 2.
Okay.
And let me just tell you why I shouldn't be in 2, because I'm just actually sitting down, writing down my video transcript of what I'm gonna say in practice in my video. Because
you still owe me 4 videos.
I do.
From module 1 with your signature programs, correct?
I sure do, yes. And I've been working on those.
No problem. So you're okay. You're writing out the script.
I'm writing out the script so I can practice because I can't. One of the things that I was doing, KTR, and that was one of the problems. I was just turning on the video and just start talking. I'm saying, but then my thoughts go all over the place.
Correct.
So I have to structure it and so it'll flow.
Okay, Antoinette, remember the art and science behind delivering the message. Make a point, open up the point, make an example of the point, bring closure to the point.
And then I'm going to transition to the next point.
Transition and pivot right into the next point. There you go. There we go. Follow the formula. So remember, when you have your thought in your head, when you're opening up, you're saying, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. I'm from the beautiful state of Maryland. Today's topic is entitled Leadership Strategies That Magnify Success. I am going to share with you 5 basic keys about staying focused on leadership development. I will pull pages out of my personal playbook and share with you about the setbacks, the deficiencies, the limitations I've had as a leader. I will tell you how I've messed this stuff up like you would not believe. I don't want you to look at me today like I am an expert. I am here as a resource. So if you have a question, by all means, raise your hand. I am here to give you strategies, tips, tools, techniques to help you achieve a higher level of leadership development. You will leave this room with a big S on your chest. Superman or Superwoman will go back out there with kryptonite fighting capabilities to become better at leadership development. We have a break coming up 3 times, one at 10:15, one at noon for your lunch break, and the last break at 2:15. I will be working from the PowerPoint slides. However, I will be using real life strategies to walk you through how-to strategies all day long to teach you how to empower yourself as a more productive leader. We're into module 1. Let's rock. Now, that I just made a point, opened up the point, made an example of the point, bring closure to the point, transition, and pivoted right into the next point. All you're going to do is have this formula in your head. This is why it's important, Antoinette, to memorize the formula. Because as you're speaking, we all get caught up sometimes in overthinking it. This is the main thing that most of my coaching students do. They kind of know what they want to say when they get up there, but remember, I want you to see it and then say it, see it and then say it. And then when you turn on the video, I recommend all of you order like probably a $20 tripod from Amazon and put the tripod over there, go up to the phone, just press the record button, come back and get in your place. I'm not judging the production quality of the video when you send it to me. What I'm looking for is making sure that you're standing upright, your chin is up, your shoulders are back. You're not doing a lot of rocking and swaying back and forth. I'm looking for you to just stand and present very polished, poised, and professionally. Now, the first time, Antoinette, I may not give you a grade of 100. What I can do when you drop the video is I can tell you what you should be improving on. The tonality, I'm looking that you have command over your content, and I'm looking that the message was very organized. Remember, business modes of communication should be articulated with clarity and conciseness. You got it?
Yes.
Okay, so whenever you have the opportunity, I want you to send me over the videos. I'll give you some critiques. Let's move on right through module 2. Any question that you have, Antoinette, don't even hesitate to send it right through the school platform, because remember, it leaves a seed behind for another student who is working on their doctorate that you've already achieved. Somebody that wants to get in the education field like you already are, and somebody who's went through the struggles. And we can all go through the struggles together, and you're going to see yourself get better and better and better, just like I saw you get better from when you first started the coaching program. You got it?
Yes.
I love you. Answer that? Okay. I know she loves me. I just didn't hear it. Okay. Does anybody else have a question? Okay. Okay, now.
Fonda Thompson.
Fonda, yes. Fonda has a question. She says, what's the difference between module 4 and module 5? Okay. Module 4 is multimedia production and content management. Austin, if I'm missing anybody else after this, let me know. We will show you how to manage content in module number 4. That's important before you advance to module 5. Remember, we're showing you how to write contextual copy. We're working on your copywriting skills, which is, remember this, everyone, your most important skill is not your ability to speak, it's your ability to write great copy. If you have world-class copywriting skills, along with managing your pictures, your video, your infographics, all those 4 things need to work in synchronicity to support a strong social media campaign. So what we're showing you how to do in module 4, Fonda, is managing your social media so it supports your speaker brand. You're supposed to be posting on a consistent basis. A lot of you are still afraid to post. A lot of you don't understand that you can pick up your phone, hit the record button, go live on any of your social media platforms, YouTube. You can go live on Facebook. You can go live on Instagram, all of this stuff. But you refuse to start posting information about your signature programs, which is what you should be doing, which is what we want you to do, because it's building a resume and leaving behind some type of DNA, social media DNA, some type of fingerprint that's going to leave behind clues. All I want you to ask yourself this: what are you leaving behind so the conference coordinator can help make their decision to book you to speak? Are you talking about your signature programs? Are you posting content that is uplifting? Are you posting content that is empowering? Are you posting content that is helping the target buyer achieve their desired outcomes or learning objectives? Are you helping them do their job in a better way? That's what your signature programs are supposed to do. That's what module 4 is, Fonda, is managing content. So we'll show you what to post, how to post it, short form and long form copy. Now, module 5 is understanding how to automate your speaker business, how to set everything up so you can manage your CRM, so you can get good at the LinkedIn organic outreach strategy that Austin created. Also get better at digital marketing and understanding if you even have a budget for that. Understanding how to manipulate email. And those are the things we talk about with digital marketing. So digital marketing is the actual running of operation of a sales funnel, systematizing, operating your speaker business through digital marketing channels and setting up a sales funnel to attract leads and target prospects in your marketing pipeline with predictability and consistency. Module 4 is setting up your social media the right way. Module 5 is going to put your social media on steroids, and Austin Troyer will ensure that that happens. Let me know if that answer was good enough or clear enough for you, Fonda. If it was, you can just type in I understand or yes. If not, if you need further explanation, I'm not in a rush to get off the phone.
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Love you much. Okay, anybody else with any questions? If not, I'm going to start Tech Talk with Austin Troyer. Troyer, what's up, boss?
Hey, man. Oh, looks like Oba has a question.
Okay, Oba, that's my man. Oba, what's up, baby?
Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
Oba, my bro, what's up, man? I miss you. What's up, baby?
Good. I'm at work in the back, taking time out to just kind of address a couple of things for myself. Time management for one, and just roadblocks. I like things perfect. I know you're waiting on my homework. And
yes, Oba, where the hell are my signature programs, bro?
You got it coming tomorrow, man. I'm gonna just give you what I got. But again, what part of my issue is, like I said, perfection. There's no such thing, but that's what I look for. I don't want to give you no half-ass work. So when I'm working on this stuff and getting the information, I keep going over it and I'm saying, no, that don't sound right. This don't look good.
Okay.
But again, you come in to where you look at it and say,
oh, but you're cutting out a little bit. I can't hear you, bro. You still there?
Okay. I'm still here. Hello?
He took the mute button off. Wait a minute, let me unmute.
Can you hear me back?
Yes, sir. I hear you now. You came back. Yes, sir.
All right. Like I said, I'm going to give you what I got tomorrow. I get out of here at 10 o'clock tonight. So my issue is just getting in my own way. There's no such thing as perfection, but like I said, I don't want to give you no half-ass work, man.
Okay, Oba, let me help you out with that because many of our coaching students are stuck there. Now, that's a little bit of analysis of paralysis. I know you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You know, you and I have had conversations about this prior to, and you've come up in your career, making more money now. You know, we rolled through all of the ebbs and flows with you. As I told you, I gave you my word I would. Now, what happens, Oba, is you are an alpha and you want to get it right. You know, you want to make the money. You want to take care of your family. You want to boss up just like everybody else who wants to be successful. You definitely have that peak performance mindset. But here's what we do sometimes is we suffer from analysis of paralysis. That means that we're second guessing our work. We're over analyzing possibly what we don't know. And then we got a little bit of procrastination in there as well, because when you start thinking about too much, then you can't focus on one thing at a time. Real focus is concentrating on one thing at a time. Over what I would do is I would utilize a strategy called block time. And you've got to protect and guard your block time. Over, I want you to hear me for a second. When I was a kid, I'm not really a pet guy right now because I just don't really have the time to manage it. But when I was a kid, I had a dog, and it was a Cocker Spaniel. His name was Woody. Now, Woody would put both of his paws like this, and he would have his food bowl right there in front of him. If he even saw you out the corner of his eye coming anywhere near his food, he would go, "Rrr." Like anytime it was feeding time for him, he would not let anything disrupt his feeding time. Or he had this little chew toy that was like a steak. If you even touched that steak, or he had this little hamburger, if you touch that hamburger or that steak, he would try to tear your head off. So, Oba, I'm telling you, I don't give a damn if it's 20 minutes a day. I need my shit. I need you to block out 20 minutes in the morning, get your ass up earlier, or stay up later. But just take 20 minutes or say 20 minutes every day. I'm going to work on my signature programs. Now, Oba, the key is so you don't overanalyze is you have to simplify.
Okay.
And I know that's hard for you to do because you're a thinker. You're very precise, organized, thorough, and you want to over-deliver it. Oh, but I'd rather have a half-assed signature program right now than nothing. Does that make sense?
It makes sense because I ain't gave you shit.
You haven't given me shit. I need my signature programs. Oba, right. Let me help you make the signature programs better.
All right.
Now remember, you're the last of the Mohicans in the old program, so you still have one-on-one access, bro. Send me what you got and then schedule a call with me so I could get on the phone with you and we could finalize the signature programs. Now that you're in a better place in life, I was praying for you. Prayers got answered. Thank God. You're a survivalist. Let's finish where we started, bro. We got a lot of work to do. Now, let me ask you this, Oba. Are you having any problems in the online modules?
Absolutely.
Can you log on? Talk to me about that.
I haven't been able to log on.
Okay, Troya, fix his shit. Send Austin a message in there and tell what's the issue. Do you need him to send you the login information again?
If he can do that, Austin, I would gladly appreciate it.
Troya, please send Oba the login information again for the Speaker Focus platform. Oh, I need you to text me and let me know that you're in the platform and that you're going through those modules, bro. That's what they're there for. Remember, the modules, it's better than having me there because you could keep rewinding and rewinding. Oh, but send me my stuff, man.
All right.
Oh, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to show up at your door with a mask on and a full body glove if I don't have my stuff by tomorrow, man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, you act like we don't have your address. I'm going to show up at your job and I'm going to get my signature programs. But if you don't send me my signature programs by tomorrow, bro, when I see you, you just put your guards up, all right? I'm going to your body. I love you, old man. I miss you, dog.
Peace, love. Appreciate it. Thank you for answering the question.
Good, man. Hey, bro, we are not going to waste that powerful voice that you have on anybody. We are in it with you for the long haul. We got big things coming up, I want you in it, man. All right?
All right.
Okay, boss. Talk to you real soon. Anybody else have a question for me? If not, I'm going to talk to, can I talk to Troy now? Austin, you there?
Yes, sir.
What's up, boss?
Hey, man.
You got Oba straight?
Yeah, I'm going to follow up after the call here.
Okay, cool. All right, so look, let's talk tech talk for a second. And today we've been talking about, and if anybody has any more questions, by all means, you can still feel free. We got about 12 minutes left in the call. Austin, it takes a lot of discipline to achieve great feats in life. And I believe that a lot of times we're just not taking or making the time to make the things important that we have to do. And we all have to-do lists. Can you speak from a technical standpoint of, even building social media pages? A lot of our students don't even have, they don't have a lot of other social media accounts set up. Some of them don't have LinkedIn, and some of them don't have an Instagram set up. They don't have a YouTube channel set up. So even when it comes to digital marketing, can you just talk to our platform about your thoughts about discipline of executing a to-do list to stay on track, just to be able to get things done where they can become more productive and efficient?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you were talking about, analysis paralysis. Mm-hmm. What the problem is, and we see this every day with ourselves even, there's just so much to do, and there's constant requests from, your friends, from, your customers, from, outside prospects, from, other businesses. Everyone's trying to pull at you and get your time. And, there's so many different things that you can be doing to grow your business. Now, the question is, how do you focus on the right things, because what we want to do is we want to do less. You know, we want to do less, but get more.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do we cut through the noise of everything that we could be doing and just get to be doing the right things every day rather than just everything? Because everyone probably has a to-do list, you know, even if you aren't, you know, done with your fundamentals and have your, you know, your sales tools ready, you still have this endless to-do list of things that may not be moving your speaking business forward. So the key is we want to do less, but we want to get more out of what we're doing. So how do we cut through the noise? So, you know, the objective, we need to think about the objective. What actually works to get on stage and to do speaking full time, to treat it like a business, and, you know, to be able to have the leverage and the freedom and to build this business every day. Well, the first is you need to get your fundamentals down of speaking, and, you know, modules 1 through 5 show you how to do that. Now, when you get to modules 1 through 4, now, once you are ready to go to the market, you have your fundamentals, you have your sales tools ready. The question is, okay, you know, there's so many different marketing channels and strategies. Which ones should you focus on? And we keep it simple. We just recommend you just go straight to LinkedIn, because that's what works to book speaking gigs. So that's a way to get started quickly. And, you know, it's free, and you can use it until, you know, you get some traction and you get some cash flow coming into your speaking business. Because, you know, once you get $10,000, $20,000 of cash flow every month, you're able to, you know, start to invest in other channels that have more leverage and are more automated. So we recommend starting with LinkedIn outreach and using that until you get your messaging down and you get some cash flow coming in. And what you need to do on LinkedIn, what we recommend doing is keep it simple. You need to do 100 connection requests a day. That takes about 30 minutes. We even still do that with our business, even though we're spending a lot on Facebook ads and Google ads. We still are using LinkedIn because it's so powerful. So you want to do 100 connection requests a day. And then we don't recommend messaging anyone until they've accepted your connection request. So once you're doing 100 connection requests a day, you can send about 20 messages a day on LinkedIn. And that's just reaching out to conference coordinators and introducing yourself and providing a little bit of value and trying to get a conversation going, and ultimately getting them on a sales call so you can get booked to speak. Now, once you get, you know, 3 high-paying gigs from this method, you can move on to Facebook ads to really scale up and automate things. And, you know, with Facebook ads, you're going to have a lot more leverage, and it's going to be automated, and you have really high scale. You know, for some of the businesses that I was consulting for, I was spending $10,000 a day in Facebook ads and getting profit. So there's extremely high scale. I know people spending $50,000, $100,000 a day. So now the problem with Facebook ads is it costs a lot of money. And we recommend you need at least $3,000 in ad spend to touch Facebook ads. So start with LinkedIn, keep it simple. Start with LinkedIn until you get some cash flow coming in and you get proven messaging down, and then move on to Facebook ads when you have that money to invest and you want to automate and scale things.
Exactly. You know, Austin, from a personal standpoint, you know, as we, you know, move through this process, before I ask you the question, I'm going to tell you one thing I really got from you, I learned from you, and that is us listening to one of our mentors, Sam Ovens, and Dave and the team over there, consulting.com, and many of the other philosophies that you follow through Jeff Bezos and, you know, a lot of the other mentorship that you got out in Silicon Valley when you were out in Y Combinator and things of that nature, and all these multimillionaire and billionaire masterminds that you've been in. So what I learned is to say no. So everybody, I learned this from Austin, my business partner. I learned to say no to everything. You know, people they want to do endorsement deals with me. They want me to be the brand ambassador. They're always hitting us up on Facebook. I don't even send Austin every message that comes in because all of it's a distraction. Okay. I'm getting asked to do every single thing, obviously, because I'm the face of the brand. And when I send it over to Austin or we have a meeting about it, at the end of the day, if I start doing all these joint ventures and all this other stuff, and people want you to co-host a podcast with them and all of this, it takes away from our platform. And I simply am not going to allow that to happen. So, because I have enough stuff that he keeps me busy with and that I'm responsible for. And that's the reason why you really, really got to focus. So Austin, I know what I have to do to focus. And I am not a thinker by nature like you. I've had to learn to get this kind of discipline to be structured. How do you do it from your perspective to manage the technology for us and our clients and do it on a high level so that they hear it from you and not from me? What strategy do you use every day to keep things as simple as possible?
Yeah. So, I mean, the opposite of focus is distraction. So if you want to get focused, you need to eliminate all distraction. What that means is you need to delete every single app on your phone. You need to not have push notifications, and you need to not have social media on your phone, and you need to use the batching principle that Kevin mentioned earlier. You need to, batch your social media time, maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day, where you are reaching out to conference coordinators and you're posting things on Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, that doesn't mean in those 30 minutes to an hour, you're scrolling through the feed looking at other people's content. The 30 minutes to an hour should be time spent building your business with social media. So I don't spend any time. I actually have my news feed blocked on all these channels, so I can't scroll through. So I think the biggest lesson is eliminate all distraction. Just get rid of the apps on your phone. Actually, keep your phone on airplane mode all day and don't use it unless, you use it to build your business. I use my computer for everything because I have more control. It can't bite at my focus. And so actually a book I recommend more than anything, I'm reading it right now. I just got done with it. It's called Essentialism. And it talks all about, how to really get laser focused and some practical strategies. I'll post the link in here, the Amazon link.
All right, no problem.
You want to check it out. But a really great book. But I think the biggest thing is just eliminating distraction and really assess. Do a week where you see where your time goes. Track every single minute of your day, and see what time is actually spent on your business and what time is spent doing activities that make you $0, which is usually entertainment and travel, stuff like that. Unless it's traveling to do business deals, that makes sense. Now if it's just traveling to Target or Walmart, that time is not being spent building your business. And that's everyone knows that time is a limited resource. So the biggest thing is, to focus is to keep track of your time and make sure no one else is stealing that time and eliminating distractions. But I definitely check out the book Essentialism. It has a really, really good strategies in there.
What's going on with you, boss? So you guys are awesome. Thank you. Likewise, Wayne. The program is the real deal. I just have so many questions that I have to ask. Wayne, remember, ask as many questions as you want through the school platform, bro. We will answer as many questions as you like to ask us, and we will have a separate answer for each one. If you want to ask 20 questions a day, you're more than welcome to. You're very welcome. He said, thanks for the boot in the head. So, Austin, I had something else I wanted to ask you as well, unless I see another question in here. And Austin, that takes a different kind of discipline, bro, on a whole nother level. Now, I'm still not even where you are because I still have, some research that I do when I'm scrolling down my social media. I haven't got to the point where, I don't even know how to block the thing like you did from your news feed. Now, one thing I've really gotten real good at is not really going through my news feed on Facebook. I just simply don't have the time. I'm getting better on Instagram, but I'm not there yet. Instagram is like the news for me. I like to keep up with current events. I'm still in talk show host mode, and I have a different level of responsibility to do that. Can you hear me?
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you for the last 10 seconds. Could you reiterate that?
I said when we were out in LA, you already stripped my phone down to the bare minimum and you put the minimum apps on my new MacBook. So for people that don't think like you, that still don't understand how all these things take away from the main thing about their speaker business. Like, you know, what would you say to them to advance to that next level of discipline so that they can pull back on some of this stuff, because they're not thinking technology. They're just not there yet. So what, or like, I don't know, what can you explain to us what is it going to cost us if we don't do it? Am I going to be in technology jail or something? I don't know.
Yeah, here, I'm going to share my screen here. So you can see, this is my background to my computer. Can you see it, Kev? Kev? Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So you cut out. What did you say?
Yeah, I said I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the biggest motivator. And, you know, everyone has very, finite time on the world. So, the biggest thing is, what kind of contribution do you want to make on the world? What kind of life do you want to live? And, if your time is spent scrolling through social media, watching Netflix, doing stuff like that, you're not going to be able to make a huge impact on the world and build a great business and have, millions of dollars. So you have to realize, like, everyone's going to die very soon. I'm only 24 years old, but I still wake up every day realizing, I don't have much time on this planet. So the biggest thing is, like, keep this as your motivator. Wake up every day and remind yourself you're going to die soon. And are you going to spend your last moments, watching Netflix, scrolling through your social media feed, or are you going to spend it helping other people, posting great content, building a great business, helping provide for your family, building sustainability, getting a great income. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like, there's no bigger motivator than this right here, that, we all are going to die soon. It doesn't matter what age you are. You don't have much time on the planet. So spend it like you are going to die soon, and realize every moment that you waste is time that is not being spent, providing value to other people.
Correct. Now, that's not only is that a great motivator, and that's real simple to understand. So I definitely, for you to have that much discipline at that age, that's one of the things that, always impresses me, not only working with you, but I noticed that when I first met you, is that you were really locked in and you were really focused on one thing. And that's the reason why we have the success that we have. Okay, let me see. Let me see if anybody else has any more questions. Are we getting ready to wrap the call? Okay, I don't think I see any more questions in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another powerful session with Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of Speaker Focus, and Austin Troyer, CTO of Speaker Focus. We always want you to know that we are here to provide you the very best information about professional speaking, to help you grow your speaker business, to give our all, to make sure that these sessions that we do on the Zoom calls, from starting at 6 p.m., typically going until 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday, that we are here to help you solve these challenges, fix deficiencies and limitations. Okay, Wayne said, I submitted part of the KTR headline formula. Okay. All right, Wayne, if you could submit it through our platform school, create a post, go inside of school and post it there, and I will make sure I address it at least by tomorrow morning. So keep in mind, everyone, that I want you to stay focused, one thing at a time, take it one step at a time. Today's Zoom call has been entitled Success Habits of a Highly Paid Speaker. We went over all of the modules from 1 through 6. You must take it in stages. Start with building a message and get it organized. Module number 2 is building a bookable brand. Make sure you set up your speaker business, get it automated. Get those hot leads and those target prospects in your marketing pipeline. Module number 3, set up your speaker business. Module 4, manage your social media better than what you're managing it right now. Leave some social proof behind so the conference coordinator can know that you are for real. Module 5, you're going to be spending a lot of time with Austin Troyer in Module 5, learning about that LinkedIn organic outreach strategy that can start booking you speaking engagements like that, and also managing different forms of digital marketing, and also learning how to leverage your speaker business. Also, we are going to talk about in Module 6, we talked about the discipline and success habits that it takes to download all the documentation that you're going to need to run your speaker business. Now, the discipline that it's going to take to get your business to a whole nother level is going to require you to move different. It's going to require you to act different. Some of your family and friends are not going to like it. But the more focus you get, the closer you're going to get to the next level. The more you stick to the platform on Speaker Focus, the more you submit your homework assignments, the more questions you ask, the better your level of skill is going to keep growing. Everybody in here, including myself, is held accountable. This is the reason why we all came together and we do business. Our job is to provide you with the very best information about the world of professional speaking so you can keep growing. With that being said, it is always a pleasure to be a facilitator and your teacher in this journey to help you grow your speaker business. I am Kevin T. Robertson, the world's #1 speaker coach on the world's #1 platform for speaker marketing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at #1. Thanks so much, everyone. I love you. I'll see you real soon, okay?